Yeah, hey, what's up? So, I've decided to make a video for my DIY post that I've been putting off for weeks, months, weeks. Don't force it. Um, I don't feel like making a cute little picture with like arrows and dots and words everywhere for a post that's gonna be like a 2-second project in real life. I'd rather just sit around for 3 hours editing a video for that post. So that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, yeah, welcome to my room, one. Two, I actually just got back in from returning a Redbox DVD, which I forgot, so it's still here. I've had it for like a week now, and I'm a little upset because it's this movie. Why'd I rent Prada Sonata from Prada Sonata? Who knows? It was at Redbox. I've seen almost everything else in the world. Don't judge me. Anyway, I ended up at Shaw's, realized I forgot my Redbox, so ghosts. So I just got some noodles, which I'm gonna go make now. I'm also gonna go get decent for this video so I can look cool, presentable for you guys. I can take off the shades, stop being incognito, because it's raining out, so it's dark. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna recommend you go listen to some Foster the People, and that's where we are. So see you in a few. Okay, so we're about to get this started. One, I might look a little crazy and frightened because my television and the lamp and a bunch of other crap, including the computer I'm recording on, came crashing down to the floor as I bent over. It totally hit me in the tooth and lip. I thought it was bleeding, thought it was toothless. But first, before we get this whole shindig started, I want to make sure you guys have everything we're going to need. So, go get a pair of scissors. I haven't told you what we're making yet. We're making bangles or cuffs, like the awesome little Isabel Lewis ones I've been putting up. So, scissors. You're also going to go get a cuff, whatever size you want, or a bangle. Really doesn't matter. Bangles are kind of easier than cuffs. Same process though. Gonna need some crazy glue, or super glue, or some other probably, better adhesive. Okay. And you need some fabric. Fabric of your choice, whatever you want your bracelet to look like. We're gonna need a blow pop. Okay, hey, what's up? So, this is literally my third take, ergo, my third bangle, because I keep screwing crap up. The first one, I had no audio. The second one, I kind of messed up the visual. So, the first bracelet came out like this. It was a cuff. We did that together in a past life. And then, because audio didn't work, we did this one, which is another really awesome cuff. And now we're going to do a bangle. Although you haven't seen these things, you've been with me in a past life, don't worry about it. So be sure to have your scissors, your fabric. We're using a plaid this time because I'm literally running out of scrap fabric. A cuff or a bangle, it could be something that's just in your jewelry box, you haven't worn it forever, something in your closet. And your super glue, which I have white right here. This is who's calling me. What is that about? Can you see that? Those are all zeros. We're gonna ignore that. But anyway, someone just doesn't want me to do this video. But I'm gonna do it. So anyway, first thing you want to do is cut about 1.5 inches of fabric. That's how wide you want it. Lengthwise, you want to do maybe just a little over a foot, maybe about 1.5 feet, just depending on the size cuff you have. If you have a thick cuff, go a little longer, because we're going to be wrapping it around it. So, 1.5 inches, cut that. He wants me cut. He totally wants me cut. again. So once you have your fabric cut, you want to look at your corners. This time I have extremely unclean corners. So what you'll end up doing while you're wrapping your fabric around your cuff or bangle, you'll be folding the corners in so they're just not showing, so you don't have a bunch of loose threads. Bangle. So start off on the inside. Ew, I'm gonna play that though. And hold your fabric right there. And then you're going to bring that in and wrap it. You'll only have to worry about folding the fabric in on the left side because you can finish up the right side once we get there. And make it as tight as possible. Try to avoid any folds in the fabric unless you're going for that type of thing. But you know, either way, it'll look cool. So yeah, just continue wrapping until you make it full circle. Just kidding, we're at the end here. So once you get to the end, fold that other side in. I mean, you could totally be super neat, super prepared and organized and hem both sides before you start your whole little project. If you want to do this in like 4 seconds. I don't know, I wonder how long that was. I feel like it wasn't that long. I feel like it was less than a minute. You could do this. And your bangle will be done. You'll have a little extra fabric hanging off. You can either cut first, then glue, or glue first, then cut. If it's a bangle and if it's pretty thin, I recommend gluing first, just so you can keep control over the little bugger. So, holding your excess fabric up, you'll want to just glue the base of the actual bangle, not the extra fabric that's up, where you want the fabric to stop. So if you're like me, you've done this DIY post like 15 times, you might be running out of crazy glue. So, and then just pull that down, and don't press it down with your fingers, or you'll get a ton of glue stuck to your hands, which happened to me the first post, because I don't learn. And for a lot of the Isabel Lewis pieces, I actually just sew it together, just to be sure it never falls apart on you guys. And then once you have that all glued, I still got it on my fingers, you want to cut as close as you can to your little glue line, and then clean that up from there. Ooh. I mean, what you can do, what I'm not going to do because I'm out of glue, is fold that in there and glue it in once again just to make it even cleaner. But either way, you got a cool little awesome new print bangle. I don't know how I feel about plaid. It's not my thing. I'm going to show you a couple of the others that I made. I made these ones. It's a bangle set. Made a cuff the other day out of that. Made another cuff out of this one. Made a little clamp bangle. Clamp bangle. Today, my first take of this DIY post, made this bracelet, which is also a cuff. And then, in the same DIY post, because I failed, I made this one. So I mean, they're really easy. Literally takes a couple minutes. You want to try to get really awesome fabric, so I would definitely go out and start looking for really cool things. Maybe even running to some vintage shops or thrift shops and finding ratty old ugly skirts that have cool prints and chopping them up and making a skirt. I'm really into tribal pieces right now, so a ton of mine are very African inspired. If you can't find that kind of fabric, you know, we sell turban prints in the shop, and I'll probably maybe just throw up really small swatches of fabric that you can just get for like $1, and you can make your own little projects. And that's about it. It's been fun. And I hope this works, because I'm really not in the mood to do it again. And Criminal Minds is about to come on. I have, like, you know, a TV date with Shamar Moore. I'm just saying. Later days. So, I'm making this for my WordPress blog. That's why I was talking about I've been procrastinating and putting it off for weeks, just in case you didn't know what I was talking about. And if you don't know my blog, it's pearlschainsafetypins.com. All of those words, yes. And I created it when I was really younger, and it's going to stay that way. Or I'll put it on my Tumblr page. I'll probably also put it on my Tumblr page, which is just ashaisabella.tumblr.com. And that's it. Maybe on the Boston Bazaar, which is thebostonbazaar.com. The Boston Bazaar, BAZAAR.com. That's also me just plugging all those outlets, so look at them all. Maybe I'll go ahead and put it on alstondollhouse.com, because Isabel Lewis will have a booth and will be selling cool stuff at Alston Dollhouse, which is happening Sunday, August 7th in Alston at a private location. So you have to go to alstondollhouse.com to figure out all the information about it. Bye!